Hi everyone, this is Crafty Decoria and I hope you're all doing great. So I love making tiered trays and today I will be making a winter 3-tiered tray. So the items I'll be using are all from the Dollar Tree except for the Valspar paint and primer in white flat. So for the actual tiered tray, I'll be using a pizza pan for the bottom, 2 of the larger burner covers for the middle, and I'm using 2 just because I like it to be more sturdy, so when I double it up I just find it to be more solid. And then a smaller burner cover for the very top. Again, the Valspar paint and primer in white flat. I have some packages of the mini trees. You get 8 per package, and I'll know by the time I'm done the video how many packages you will need. I have 2 of the fragrance warmers. One is a snowflake and then the other one is a deer. And then a wooden or MDF decor box that says Farm Fresh. I also will be using my E6000 glue, possibly my hot glue, and that's it. So without further ado, let's jump into this tutorial. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so to begin, I'm going to take my E6000 glue and I'm going to glue the 2 larger burner covers together. Once I've given that a little bit of time to dry, I'm going to take these outside and I'm going to give them a couple of coats in the Valspar paint and primer in white flat. Spray painted my pieces here. Now I only spray painted the tops of them because I do want to glue my fragrance warmers, and then I will, once that's dry, flip it over and then spray paint the bottom. So instead of using the 2 fragrance warmers, I'm actually going to add an extra one. And the reason for that is because with using only 1 fragrance warmer in between the tiers, it just is not tall enough. Now, if this is something that you decide you want to make, depending on what you're using it for, it may be enough room. But I want my 3-tiered tray here to be just a little bit more flexible so that if I want to use it to place mugs or make this a display for a miniature village, then I have the room for those items that might be a little bit taller. So I'm going to be gluing 2 fragrance warmers together at the bottom and then 1 at the top. Next, with my Farm Fresh decor sign, I am going to be painting this middle area here with some chalk paint. I tend to decorate for the season. I like to have things up all winter that's specifically for the season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Dollar Tree chalk paint. I've already taped it off and I removed the hardware that was in the back just because I am gluing it to the top. I really don't need this, and I do save these and use them for other DIYs if I need to hang something. And I'm going to give this area probably about 2 or 3 coats with the chalk paint. I also want to mention in this area there was glitter covering the letters here, so I just took some sandpaper and sanded off as much as I could. Okay, so at this point I have painted my chalkboard paint on the front of the decor piece. I also went ahead, I had some Dollar Tree white acrylic paint on hand, so I painted the sides and the top as well, and then the back. Just because this whole piece is white and it just looked odd with the back of it in the MDF board. So now I'm just going to take my E6000 glue and apply some on the bottom and glue this to the top of the 3-tiered stand. And now the final step for this 3-tiered stand. I'm going to take these packages of mini trees. They are by Crafter Square from the Dollar Tree. You get 8 little trees in a package, and I'm just going to hot glue them all the way around the burner covers and the pizza pan. And I'm going to leave about a finger space in between the trees. Guys, here it is, my 3-tiered stand that now houses my Dollar Tree miniature village. I always look for different ways to display these little village sets, and this year was actually the first year that I was able to pick these up at the Dollar Tree because we didn't get them last year when I was seeing them hauled. So I was so happy when I walked in and saw a whole shelf full. But now I can display them on this adorable 3-tiered stand. I knew that when I saw these little mini trees, I wanted to do something with them. And I am so happy with the outcome of this piece. To me, it definitely looks like something you'd probably find at a Hallmark store. It's just so pretty, and maybe it's because the village is inside of it. But even when there was nothing displayed on it, it still looks so pretty. I think just the white and the green just is so fresh looking, and yet it just really reminds me of winter. And this is definitely a piece that I will display all winter long. So with the little mini trees, I ended up using 80 in total. So that would be 10 packages if this is a DIY that you would like to make. Now, of course, you could spread them farther apart if you want them closer together. It all depends on your preference, but I think it worked out perfect. I really wish that I had some more lights. I actually do have the lights, but I didn't have the batteries. I was planning on lighting this up more, especially this centerpiece where the kids are playing and making snowmen. But I will make sure that I pick some of those up so that I can light this up a little bit more. But I also love that I use the fragrance warmers because it just adds a warmth to this piece as well. And I was very fortunate that I had that third one because I am glad that I made the bottom portion taller so that I could fit the houses. And if this is something you're gonna do, I would recommend getting the snowflake, because that one, if you turn it upside down, it looks fine. The deer and the snowman, however, would look a little bit funny. But I think that's a nice addition to this piece as well to light it up. I love that I can display my village here. I had a few more houses, so I actually took a previous DIY that I made. I can't remember what I called it. It might have been Farmhouse 2-tiered shelf or something like that. I will post the description, or I will post the link to the video in the description box below if you care to check it out. But this was another really nice way to display the 4 different pieces in the village, and it worked out perfectly. Again, I wish I would have had more lighting to light this up, but I figured since I added these in here to go alongside the 3-tier stand, I would just show you that as well, because it is a really nice way to display the Dollar Tree miniature village as well. Well guys, that will do it for this DIY. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I absolutely loved making this. I'm so glad that I had the time to do it because I just wasn't sure that I would be able to. So I hope that all of you enjoy it just as much. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video if you can. It greatly helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you did. As always, you take care of yourselves, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.